all of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
I'm like Kennedy. You feel me? He like Clinton. I was the president for shit. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's OG.
And Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying? The vibes ain't there. I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit.
They did their job. He's a sex worker. He's got guns and he's got semen-coated fucking VHS tapes.
We've heard some pretty bad stories about Diddy in the past few months, but it keeps going downhill the more people reveal. Jaguar Wright has been spitting nothing but facts since last year, and now she's back to expose more details on what went on at the music mogul's now infamous freak-offs, and it's not pretty. Just a few months ago, it looked like Bad Boy Records founder Sean Puffy Combs was destined to stay king of the hill, going from the leader of the East Coast to a hip-hop mogul with a billion-dollar business empire. And now, there's nothing. It started with his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, filing a suit against him.
At the time, Ventura alleged that Combs physically and sexually abused her, including forcing her into sexual slavery and sex trafficking. And some of the more alarming allegations in that federal lawsuit included Combs allegedly raping Ventura in her home after she tried to leave him.
And peaked when the feds raided two of his homes in Miami and Los Angeles as part of a sex trafficking investigation.
Came the March 25th raid on his homes in California and Florida by the Department of Homeland Security. Sean Combs is under criminal investigation by the Department of Homeland Security for sex trafficking and other crimes. It's important to note, Combs has not been charged with any crimes, and he has denied that he's broken any laws. I want to be really clear about that.
But how did his parties become so famous? It started with people who had been in the industry for years implying that some pretty wild things go on at Diddy's parties. Jaguar Wright implied that he was gay in an interview on Real Life Productions, calling him Honeycombs. She mentioned it when she was talking about Jay-Z's suspicious rise to fame at the cost of his friends.
Clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, camaraderie with Honeycombs and AKA Diddy. And
why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
Because he smacks so sweet. That fucking sodomite. Anyway, so yeah, then, and then reasonable doubt was happening.
She also mentioned how Diddy took advantage of those around him, which would play a major role in how he controlled people through his parties. She brought up the notorious Big, who was one of Bad Boy Records' premier artists before his death, and rumors say he was going to leave the label after releasing his latest album, which was supposed to be just weeks after he was shot dead. Jaguar had just one question. How valuable is a Biggie Smalls verse?
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Fucking Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy. His catalog. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse.
But where did all the money go? Right into Diddy's pocket, so he could fund his rise to greatness. And not only that, Diddy's rapid ascension also had to do with Clive Davis, the former president of Columbia Records.
Fuck you for letting that out-of-control, whack-ass fucking whoremonger and sodomite just run rampant all over this goddamn fucking business. Fuck you for that. Like Andre was different. Andre had class. Andre had some integrity. But no, you go to get the little Chucky doll. That fucker. I'm sorry, I'm a little upset about it. Because Al B. Sure just came out of his coma and...
Here, it's important to note that Diddy's former rival and Death Row Records founder Suge Knight also said something about Diddy and Davis on his podcast, saying he overheard Jimmy Levine talking about the two. He said, "I'm here because Clive Davis told me that him and Puffy's real tight, and, lovers." So I thought he was talking like, they got love for each other. I'm like, 8. He said, "Nah, they are lovers," he continued. And I'm like, "Why do you keep saying that?" I said, "Are they lovers like F*** seekin' and suckin'?" And he said, "I don't want to say that, but that's what that means, right?" Diddy's ex-bodyguard also had an interesting story about him, saying he saw him and a famous rapper go into a room together with sex toys.
I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So when I threw him into piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, "Yo, what's going on? Yo, G, that's my cousin." He know me well, and Puff was like, "Yo, G, what happened?" I said, "He tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room." And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, "Yo," Ja said, "you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on." So I was like, "Oh," he said it was a lot of freaky going on. So that was basically that story, man. You know what I'm saying? They went back in the room. Dude felt a certain kind of way, and he left out. So I seen them at the concert the next day. When Josh said, "You don't want to come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on. You got to use your mind." What they was doing with those butt plugs.
Ian Cat Williams also seemed glad to see his downfall, calling him out on his viral interview on Club Shay Shay.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
He also implied that Diddy parties weren't somewhere you'd want to be.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it.
Yeah.
That's how Diddy be feeling.
Now, come on, man.
Fans quickly digged up a 2004 video where people think he was referring to Diddy's parties, especially with all the gay activity.
Motherfuckers be gay in Hollywood, you never fucking expect it. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited than a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit. Nigga, come here. Is that 2 niggas kissing?
Rapper 50 Cent, who has a long-standing feud with the rapper, also posted a picture of the Lil Rod lawsuit headlines with the caption, "Sir, this is gonna be so good. What you want to bet I'ma get these tapes? I'll pay top dollar for them. You been over there? I don't go to Puffy party." 50 has also talked about Diddy's fruity behavior in a previous interview, although Puffy tried to later brush off the accusations.
He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. He says something fabulous and he goes, "Yo, no, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party." What are you talking about? Then when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. Like, when you see Jadakiss put his head down, like, while we stuck here right now, and the cameras is rolling, everybody see, don't make like it's just me, man. Fluffy do some like a little fluffy stuff now going on. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what the What'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You gonna make me mess up the wedding. Let me get out of take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
I asked 50 about that. And he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy. I don't have no beef with Fifth. He loves me. Y'all can't see that he loves me? You really think that's hate? You know he loves me. I don't think he like it. You know he loves me. I don't think.
Coming back to what exactly goes on at Diddy's parties, Jaguar Wright described it in 2 words: money and sex.
I'm sure somebody's already asked you this, but have you ever been to a P. Diddy party?
Yeah, several, many, honestly.
And so, can you take us through like what goes on, like when you were there?
What did I say when y'all asked me about why was the TD Jakes at the Diddy party?
Yeah.
What'd I say? Money
Right.
and sex.
That's correct. Were you surprised that there were so many cameras in his houses?
No.
That he was recording these?
Of course. He is the J. Edgar Hoover of hip-hop.
She also confirmed the fact that Diddy used to record Cassie sleeping with other men, saying that this was common in the industry.
So let me ask you, when you hear that Cassie was told to hire male escorts to come in what they call freak-offs now.
Yeah.
Is that something normal that happens in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Freak-offs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody know that. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
How many times I got these is wild.
Jaguar also pointed out Young Miami accidentally exposing Diddy's control over his women with a comment on X.
Young Miami put out a tweet a while back and basically was into it with, I guess, one of Diddy's other women.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically said, if I wanted you to eat my cat, Diddy would have had you on your knees by now.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that was really like her telling on herself before she knew things were going to hit the fan?
No, I think that was her being herself because she's a dumb.
Damn.
I think she was just telling the truth because it's almost as rough as Nicki Minaj with females out here. I hear she lace front all the time.
Another celebrity who spoke up about Diddy's parties is Uncle Luke, who said he made it a point to leave Diddy parties early.
I don't know what goes on after hours, but
he wasn't trying to find out.
I wasn't trying to find out.
And of course, there's also Usher's comments from his now famous interview on The Howard Stern Show.
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
And when asked about whether he would send his children to Puffy Flavor Camp, his reply tells us everything we need to know.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
Rapper Beanie Sigel, who's known for working with Jay-Z while at Rockefeller Records, also commented on how quickly Diddy went down.
Y'all got that game paused. They stopped saying pause and now it's no Diddy. That's a bad joint. That's bad. Man, no Diddy.
He said he had never attended any of the moguls' parties, but he had heard about them.
Parties? Not one. Not one. Not one. Ever.
Yo, have you heard about him though?
Yeah. Yeah, you hear about them parties? Nah, that wasn't for me. No, sir.
What you hear about him?
Same thing everybody else heard about him.
Keith D made an even wilder claim, detailing how he saw Tupac and Diddy together at a gay Illuminati party.
And Tupac was like a couple, it seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying? The vibes ain't there. I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man, and he was gaying them over. What the fuck is going on here? It's just a lot of weird shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
He implied that Tupac wanted to get out of the Illuminati, but his and Puffy's relationship at the time was cool. But the party had some very weird things going on.
Him and Puff was there together. They was there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't know how they fucking fell out or nothing like that. They was road dogs. They was at that party that day. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of weird shit. That whole fucking, yeah, that shit weird, dude. Yeah, bunch of, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no gay basher or nothing. I mean, none of that shit, but that shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That whole party was weirdoed out.
Of course, there's also the fact that Diddy was keeping an eye on all of his partygoers, which included A-list celebrities, politicians, and even royals. Lil Rod's lawsuit read, "While living and traveling with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones discovered that Mr. Combs has hidden cameras in every room of his homes." In an Art of the Dialogue interview, Gene Deal talked about Lil Rod alleging that Diddy had cameras in every room of his house and how people weren't accusing Diddy of being gay for no reason.
So you think it's possible that Diddy, he got footage of rappers in the stash, just in case he got to use it for blackmail?
It's a possibility. It's not far-fetched. If he was taping Cassie and he was having Cassie taped and everything like that, why wouldn't he do nobody else? Yo, if they talking about some homosexuality and it's about Diddy, it may be true. Because he tried me. That's what he said. That's what Columbus Shaw said. He tried me. And you notice the guys that don't fall for that shit, they not popping in the industry. They not working. They not going to Hollywood. They not doing it because it's people like him that they cut short. Like Cat Williams said, when they don't give up their booty hole, they don't give up that sexuality, they cut them short. That means they're not working in the industry like that no more.
In another interview, he talked about how it was believable that Diddy was recording people to use as blackmail material.
And then they want to know, well, why are these unlicensed guns in the house? Who drugs do these belong to? All those things like that. But a lot of people probably believe that, you know, they just want to know, and the government want to know what things those people were doing on those tapes and who was doing shit on those tapes. Because I heard they found like 250 cameras or something like that. Well, in his affidavit or his deposition that he gave to the courts, he said every room was bugged, and that he did have tapes and information on a lot of different celebrities and people in the music business, people that were in politicians, and like I said, in other platforms, people that was in the ministry.
He said that the tapes could cause trouble, but only for certain people.
Now, if the feds got their hands on these tapes, you could very well see like a domino effect of shit coming down on everybody.
It depends on what's on the tapes. You know what I'm saying? If it has anything, see, what people don't understand is this, is that having sex is not a crime, but having sex with underage is.
No matter what, many people believe that it's only a matter of time before Diddy gets arrested.
And they are very quiet cases, particularly when they're going to investigate something multi-jurisdictional. So what I believe has been going on is they have been taking the threads of other information that they've been hearing, and they didn't need Cassie's civil complaint to effectuate a criminal investigation. Start one. There was already a criminal investigation on. What they needed was her to be a cooperating witness based on the information that was in.
But why him? when there are so many other people the industry protects? Jaguar Wright said it in a few simple words.
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
Will the feds really take Diddy down as an example for the rest of the music industry? Let's wait and see. That's it for now. Don't forget to tell us what you think in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.